Hi there, and welcome to Type Student. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the typography of one of Marvel's latest projects, Thor: Love and Thunder. Thor Odinson debuted in the Silver Age 1962 Marvel comic Journey into Mystery, number 83, although this wasn't his actual first appearance. Different versions of Thor could be seen in the short-lived 1940s Marvel comic Venus, and the 1957 DC Comics publication Tales of the Unexpected number 16, in the story The Magic Hammer. He made the jump to the movies in the 1988 film The Incredible Hulk Returns, played by Eric Allen Kramer. In the film, Wait, wrong movie. I was referring to the Marvel Studios' 2011 film Thor, where he's portrayed by Chris Hemsworth. Sorry, Kramer. Thor's graphic palette has taken an interesting turn over the span of his last 4 movies. While the original Thor and The Dark World had less colorful but ornate lettering, his last 2 movies, typography-wise, turn back the clock and invoke a colorful 1970s and 1980s theme in their posters. But what exactly is happening with these letterforms that takes us back decades? Well, it's important to remember that this era of design, typographically, was very diverse and can't be summed up in one word. Back to the Future, The Terminator, Star Wars, and Blade Runner are all considered classic sci-fi movies of this era, and their wordmarks are all very different. However, we can say with the improvements in technology came a vast array of futuristic, custom-made typography and typefaces. Just look at this Wrath of Khan poster from 1982, or this Ride the Lightning album from heavy metal band Metallica in 1984. Let's take a look at these Love and Thunder posters. We have the tagline, movie title, and subtitle. The one and only tagline could be a double entendre, playing on the fact that Thor's old girlfriend, Jane Foster, has become the mighty Thor in the movie. It could also reference the 1991 song The One and Only from English pop singer Chesney Hawkes' album Buddy's Song. Hawkes was only 19 when that song reached top 10 in the United States, and was atop the UK singles chart for over a month. The tagline is written in a typeface resembling scrawled handwriting, likely a thinner callback to 80s brush script typography. It adds a great contrast to the 3D letterforms and gradients found in the title. The Thor wordmark on both posters is pulled probably almost straight from the box of the Masters of the Universe toy line, produced by manufacturer Mattel and credited creator Roger Sweet in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Even closer is the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe wordmark from the 1983 to 1985 TV series, which has the same shines and sharp, pointed terminals on the letters. What else can we find? Well, this one-point perspective style can be seen in many graphic elements, from posters to bands. The 1976 movie Logan's Run, the 1983 thrash metal band Testament, and the 1980s movies Superman 2 and Airplane are all examples of one-point perspective or similar styles being featured on movie poster typography. Let's talk about the least 80s thing about this logo. The T and the H are from a different era entirely. They combine to form a ligature, or letters that have been joined to form one glyph. The T and H ligature is rare as far as ligatures go, and wasn't seen often until Adobe added them to some of their typefaces in the 1990s, including their staple, Adobe Caslon, although some brush scripts have used them before. This could have been done to keep the letter spacing or tracking consistent between the letters of Thor. More spacing here doesn't necessarily work. When we take apart the T and H, we can see that there's too much space. The Love and Thunder bit is similar to Thor in terms of their one-point perspective, though the typeface differs a bit. A more stylized subtitle works well with the relatively uniform letters from Thor. Look that the E's are different to emulate a hand-etched style. Color also plays a role here, as the reduced color palette provides good contrast to differentiate the two. Ragnarok and Love and Thunder both ushered in a new era into the God of Thunder's franchise typographically. While Marvel posters have seen a huge variety of designs and letterforms, the 70s and 80s feel of the last 2 Thor movies is a breath of fresh air from his comparatively less colorful earlier outings. And that's the typography of Thor: Love and Thunder.